Hey guys, it's Red Shoes. Just coming out of this Five Guys here in Brooklyn, Gravesend Bay, little mall area, an outlet. Got a Best Buy here, which I wonder if they ran out of Switch orders. I kind of want to go in there and check to see if they have the neon ones available, so I can cancel this Amazon Gray bullshit order. I probably just wait in line in the snow, like it's snowing right now for some reason. Fuck, I don't like snow. Anyways, I played the Switch today and figured I'd talk about it as I drive back home with this burger. You know, just a quick talk about it. Let's see. Started out, did a quick tour of the place first before really settling in on any game. They have a bunch of booths set up in the place with different games and different scenarios. They had like a diner scenario area with it's like a diner setting. 4 people could sit in around this table and play Mario Kart 8 in portable mode. Portable mode, of course, is when you have 2 Joy-Cons attached to the console itself, and that's portable mode, like a PSP, basically. They have kickstand mode, which is kicking out the kickstand on the console and detaching the Joy-Cons, and TV mode, dock mode. Anyways, they had that kind of area. They had like an airplane setting where they'd sit you down like kind of like an airplane seat and have play Mario Kart in kickstand or portable mode. And they had like a giant TV screen. They had like a bunch of little competitions going on there. And a bunch of different setups for play styles to show off. And they had normal, regular couch setups and a bunch of standing areas for some games. Speaking of which, the 1-2 Switch booth is kind of interesting. It's supposed to be like this party game, I guess, but it was like in like soundproof walls, like soundproof plastic walls, to drown out some of the music and games blasting around the hotel conference room area place. Yeah, looked good. It was a really fun place to kind of walk around. They had a bunch of like they had like an area where you could sit underneath this new hat character from Mario Odyssey. They had a trailer playing near it. They also had like a giant squid. I didn't see a picture next to a giant squid. Oh my god, I pissed myself. They had a giant like inkling squid statue next to the Splatoon stuff, and just a bunch of art for games to figure out what you want to play. So I think the biggest areas are probably like Splatoon, because you need like 6 people for that, and the ARMS area. But yeah, I started out playing Splatoon. They had 2 areas. One was 8 players playing in portable mode. The other was 8 players playing in TV mode. And I started in portable mode first, and it's great. Splatoon 2, shocking, is just as great as Splatoon. I don't know if it's better yet because we don't really know a bunch of modes. It's kind of like the demo itself was kind of like the test fire stuff where they make you like, have you ever played Splatoon? Here, look around with the gyro, ink around, etc. So they have that, and after that you were dropped into a 4-on-4 techno match in this new map. It's really nice and tight, nice small, but there was a bunch of, there was a bunch of little rooms kind of in the corners. I think maybe Quagos and stuff might hate that. But no one ever ranked those, and I always got extra points doing that. But yeah, that was real fun. And it works, you use gyro to move around, sticks to look around and move. Squidding around is still in the same place. I think they changed the jump button. It's on B now, instead of like X, I think it was before, because X is now the map button, which you press and it will overlay a map onto your screen with ink and stuff, and you could jump to a person using that map. And it's I guess it's not as ideal as a gamepad, but it works. I never super jumped though. They had a new weapon, a bunch of new specials to showcase off, and new playstyles for two of the weapons, which is the roller and the charger. But I didn't try any of those. I just stuck with the Kimbo stuff. They're called dualies. Those are real fun to play with. Not a whole lot of range or spread really, but they are fast, and I really love the dodge mechanic that they gave you with it. You press B to dodge. You have to be firing, and you press B to dodge, and it'll shift around to wherever you're moving to. And after you do it, if you keep on shooting, when you move around, you'll stay in place, and you'll kind of like concentrate your fire into one area, which is really cool. You can kind of like do double damage if you want to a person. I don't think I ever did that though. Everyone kind of sucked. I gave Matt a text, and I shared as much on Twitter. I went 12-0 in my first round, and then 11-0 in my second round. I basically led the fucking team, and that was fun. They had the Kimbos had like a new special. It's like a jetpack. You hold the trigger, the ZR trigger, and you'll hover up, and you can move around, and it'll automatically shoot these like suction-like bombs. You know, they won't stick, but it's just like it'll just burst basically immediately at people wherever you're aiming, and that was kind of awesome. It could be devastating, but actually it could be devastating. I'll get on that later. But yeah, you know, on the portable mode, it played fine. One thing though is that the right Joy-Con kind of takes some getting used to, because on top of like balancing the weight of the Switch, which isn't that heavy, but you know, you still have to do that, and the analog stick is like in the center, so you kind of have to. I had to use like kind of like my knuckle, like the inside knuckle of my thumb to move around at times, instead of just using like the flat of my thumb. So that took some getting used to. But yeah, I still devastated. You know, I still led my team, and that was fun. You know, I haven't played Splatoon in like ages, so getting my hands on it and realizing I'm still this damn good. You know, you guys, and now I have extra practice too, so you guys are screwed like come summer. I didn't try out the Splatoon on TV mode immediately after, but I guess I'll talk about that a bit. You know, it looks great on TV. You know, it looks fine. They had me play with the Pro Controller, which is kind of my favorite controller now. It felt really good in my hands. Did it feel $70 good? I don't know. But you know, gyro worked just as fine there, if not even better, because I kind of went 13-0 and like maybe 14. I don't remember exactly. But I did take kills in that one, so whatever. But I still led my team insanely well. It works fine. You know, the Pro Controller, just get into that really quickly. You know, I think it has the HD rumble in it, but you know, Splatoon I don't think uses it that much. You know, it's just, you know, simple rumble when you're shooting and getting shot at and spotted. It's just subtle stuff. And the gyro worked fine, worked perfectly. I didn't really, you know how it's just, once you get used to Splatoon gyro aiming, it's just so natural, and you not even a second thought using it on the Pro Controller. Oh, speaking of which, I will say this, that there was a lot of rumors and shit going around that the triggers were analog and stuff on the Switch console, on the Joy-Cons, and on the fucking Pro Controller. Not the case. It's totally digital triggers. So you know, I guess I mean, I've been stuck with that for the past 5 years, so I guess I'm used to it. But you know, those ideas of GameCube VC and shit. I guess maybe put them to rest for a bit, because it's not happening right now. Now when your portable mode can't play them. So now Splatoon, still a great game. Thumbs up. Hopefully it comes out early summer, and hopefully I can get a team together. Actually, the Nintendo right next to me, when I was playing on the TV, he's like, "You need any help?" I'm like, "Not really. I just played it." He's like, "Okay, no problem." And then he watched me play, and at the end of the match, he's like, "Oh, that was a really good match. You want to teach me anything? You got any tips?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't played in like months. My game pad has been fucked." And so, yeah, that was really awesome to hear. And then he like brought his other friend over. He's like, "Then we got Underground Pro over here. You gotta see this." I don't know if it's me or the Akimbos, but I don't want to put on the weapon. I'm just really that good. He actually gave me a tip about the jetpack. This is something interesting about the jetpack. I need to go into it a little bit more. If you're basically pushing into their base, it can be really devastating, the jetpack. You can hover into areas you normally wouldn't reach, like their base. Like, say in like Kelp Dome, really. For instance, in Kelp Dome, you have like the race platform. People can't really shoot into it effectively. You don't have to like throw bombs or shoot upwards into it. But if you have the jetpack, you can hover into the base and shoot the suction bombs into like enemies and shit. I got like 8 kills doing that. It's crazy. But you don't get to land in the base. But I think what's even better really is that once the jetpack runs out, it'll basically jump you back to where you started using the jetpack, like a swift retreat, which is really cool. And I think, that special might be a little bit overpowered, but who cares, man? It's really cool to use. So that's Splatoon, great game, like I said. And I hope it comes out early summer. What I tried out next was ARMS. ARMS is really cool. I kind of like it. People were saying it could be the Splatoon of this console. I'm like, well, no, Splatoon's right here. It's not gonna be Splatoon, but it's interesting. It's cool. I like what it's doing, but I wonder how fleshed out it's gonna be. They only have like 6 characters, I think, on the demo. So I wonder if that's going to be fleshed out, how it's going to be fleshed out, if they're going to have more characters or maybe a story mode. They said online play, but right now they only have local multiplayer, which is fun. It was fun. It worked. Ace actually made a point yesterday, like, you're going to be punching mechanically and shit. It's not going to feel natural. It felt fine. I didn't really have an issue. You have to basically punch straight if you want to punch straight, without carrying your arm like you would say you're actually hitting something or someone. It felt fine. I don't get in fights a lot, so maybe, I drive a stick shift sometimes, so motion is natural to me enough. Yeah, the game, it looks good, graphically, and the art style I think is really cool. I played as 2 people. One of them was the regular, average Joe character, like your Mario, your Ryu. I think it's called Springman. He's like on the cover. He's the one getting punched and shit. And as this girl in a mech suit called Mechanica, really cool design. I really like her design, and the mummy design too is really cool. I played as her too. And each character has their own gimmick. So I don't think Springman had any gimmick. He was just like, I'm average. Mechanica had like a peach jump where you could jump and you could basically hover in the air if you hold the jump in. That was kind of cool. And And then she had like this like dash, like extended dash kind of. Yeah, the game works, you know, gesture-wise. You know, I didn't really feel like I was missing punches, or wasn't reading anything I was doing. I was able to block really quickly, and you know, curve my punches, hook my punches in like just as fine. It was, yeah, it was good, and the grab worked. You know, I did see some people say it was like pick up and play. Maybe it is. It took me some getting used to. I lost the first round, so it definitely takes some getting used to. But the first people before me I was watching play, this girl came up and it totally wrecked this dude who went through the tutorial and shit with the Nintendo rep. So maybe it is a little pick up and play, but it's definitely something to look into, like character buffs and stuff, because some people are totally like great counters to other characters, and it's a very fighting game thing. You know, the game is more of a fighting game than it is like a boxing game or anything like that. You know, there's a lot to think about. A lot of reading I had to do. Interestingly enough, when I was pushing this guy, yeah, it was really cool. It has like a persistent mechanic, I guess, like kind of like a Pokken, you know. Blocks, you can block strikes, but grabs can break through blocks, and strikes can break through the grabs. So yeah, it has like that kind of like rock paper scissors mechanic. And I was using that like so well that this guy, I almost perfectly with him like my second match with him, and it was really cool. So yeah, high level play of that is going to be fun to see. I wonder, because the Nintendo rep told me that they do plan on having like a Pro Controller mode. I wonder how that works, and if that's going to use like gyro too, as well, to do things. It kind of maybe, I think they made it sound like it would, which is interesting to me. But yeah, gyro looks fine. It lets you do some interesting things, so I won't say that it's like pointless. There's a boomerang hand you can equip. You can equip different arms. So it's kind of like, it's like a set up your character. And it has this like boomerang attack. Not boomerang. Yeah, it's kind of boomerang. And basically you could curve it. Like I curved it one way, and I was able to twist it back the other way. So kind of like an S formation, and it totally threw the guy off. And I was able to break through a bunch of his parries and shit. There's like special moves, but they all look the same to me, so I kind of wonder if they'll differentiate that. There's like the same ora Japanese, you know, massive 100 punches stuff. That was cool. That was a cool game. Yeah, no, it worked fine. The Joy-Cons, I heard a lot of stuff. People saying it felt awkward to holding your hands because you're kind of like touching other buttons too. I think after the first match I got used to that. You know, all you really do, the only buttons you can press are the shoulders and the triggers, and they're right by your thumbs, so they work. They work fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to like hoping to see them flesh it out a little more. Maybe a story mode. Arms is all in caps, I think. So I wonder if that's like a you know, an acronym for something. Figure that out later. So yeah. After that, what did I try out next? I went to there's a booth right next to the Splatoon booth, the fast racing RMX stuff. I think that's what it's called. I give this game a lot of shit on the Wii U because I think it's all straightaways and little curves and just boosts. You know, it's just like, oh, look at the speed, but you're not really doing anything interesting into the speed like you would in, say, an F-Zero, where you're taking these like crazy hard rights and hard lefts. But you know, the game looks great on the TV. It looked like really smooth. I think it was basically like the E3 demo they had back on the Wii U, but this time on the Switch. So the only way to play subsonic mode, but it looked great. I guess it played fine, but my complaints with the original still stand. I don't know if they're gonna add like more maps or cars. I think the lead art designer was there, You know, the Swedish German guy. I don't know what he is. He's cool though. I really like him. But yeah, he was there demoing it out, and I don't know if he said that they would. I wasn't paying attention. I think I had to move away at that point. But yeah, that was fun to play. I guess I don't think I'm gonna get it though. Right by there was the Puyo stuff. Oh wait, hold on. Just before I go, he made us demo it so that we would demo it on the screen on the TV and then pop it out onto undocked, and it looked just as great and moved just as fast. So no problems there. Those guys I shouldn't have known today. Anyways, yeah, right next to that was the Puyo Tetris stuff, which I wanted to play because that game is really fun. It's like like a puzzle game, Tetris game, especially in versus. It's like really fun. You can do like put little special moves to each other. But there's this guy versing a computer there, and he would not take a suicide to let other people play, and so I had to move away from that one. Looked good though, you know. That game, I played a Japanese version on someone's PS4, I think, and it was great. But this is like fully localized, so looking forward to play that against some of you guys. Hopefully, definitely Matt. He seems to be really into it. Right next to that was Sonic Mania, which I looked at and walked away immediately because I don't give a shit about Sonic. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing, so I didn't really want to waste my time with that. Just quickly, other games I didn't get to play. There was a Has Been Heroes, which is like an indie game by Frozen Break, the guys who did Trine. It had that. It looks interesting, but I really don't know anything about it. And I have to look into it. It's apparently a roguelike type game. It didn't look like a roguelike, any roguelike I know, but if it comes into development, it's like persistent death and shit. But yeah, I'll look into that later. They had Disgaea, which Disgaea is a great strategy game. It's called Disgaea 5 Complete. I didn't get to play it, but it looked like Disgaea, you know. It looked fun on the TV, but nothing to write home about. If you're not into the series, you probably won't be into it now. But, you know, it's there. Good to have. They had Just Dance booth right next to the Zelda Switch line, which was funny. The dancers there kept on encouraging the people on the Zelda Switch line to come over and dance a little while they wait. And a lot of people totally bit. I saw a lot of people dancing to Hatsune Miku, which is apparently in the game. So that was fun to see. I didn't get to play that. I didn't want to play that. I didn't get to play this other game, puzzle game, called Snipper Clips. I forgot what it's called. Fun name though, and it's a puzzle game. And it looked fun playing. It looked cute. It looked like like you could solve puzzles in a variety of ways. It took a lot of creativity to solve these things. I didn't get to play it though, but it's definitely something I'm gonna look into. Hopefully, it doesn't cost too much money. But yeah, it looks like a fun little game. I think that was they had Street Fighter there too. I didn't get to play that one, but it's like it looks like the same old Street Fighter Extreme Turbo 2 stuff, HD remix stuff you see on like 360 on the PS4 now, I guess. But now it's on the Switch. It's called Fallen Challengers. It has like Akuma and not Akuma. What's it? Evil Ryu and Violent Ken, which is one of my favorite. It's a great name for it. Violent Ken. Anyways, I didn't play that. Not into fighting games like that anymore. I think I'm kind of done with that. I'll give like any new one a shot though. Like ARMS, I would say that's a fighting game that I would give a deeper look into. But that was there. That Skylanders, didn't play that. Looked fine. You know, people were playing it. There were a bunch of kids there too. A lot of media kids, weirdly enough, and a lot of people brought their kids there. And so the Imaginators got a lot of playtime with them. I want to say I think that was it. I'm not sure though. So after that, let's see. Played some Mario Kart, which was quite nice. It was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They had us. I played it in portable mode, diner setup first, and then I went to try it solo. Right? Diner setup. We played battle mode. They had 2 modes, I think. At least 2 modes I tried, were Bomb Blast and the regular battle mode with regular items and shit. Really fun stuff. The Bomb Blast kind of is supposed to be based off of, I guess, the GameCube one, except the GameCube one had like visual cues for the bombs. Like you could see the bombs stack up on your hand in Double Dash, which is a nice visual cue. This one you just have a counter. But yeah, that was fun. They had actual arena tracks this time, so I guess it's a new battle mode. And it worked fine. You know, I suck at battle mode. It's not really my type of mode. I'm more of a circuit person. And I don't think I got like maybe 5 hits at the end of the Bomb Blast one. I did a little better in regular battle mode. And they have like 2 items. You can't switch those items, by the way. I don't think. You just use one and then the next one pops in. So it's kind of like it's kind of just like a preview window, really. But yeah, that's I guess a level of strategy. But it probably would have been more strategic to let you switch those. What else did I try? Circuit mode. I did that solo. There was they didn't have any new tracks. I wonder if they're gonna add new tracks. I didn't ask the rep, and part of me believes that they won't, and I kind of hope that's not the case. I hope they add more tracks other than just the DLC stuff. Which, and even with the DLC stuff, you know, a lot of maps and tracks to go into, and there's gonna be Newfound Life. I tried that. I played as an Inkling, and those have some really cool tricks. I played on River Road, which is the little toy map, you know, the giant toys, or miniaturized carts. I played that. They had a new feather item that was interesting to use, and rubber banding still as rampant as it ever is, but no problem, still placed first. I didn't see it, but I saw it on a couple videos yesterday. They had this like driving assist, which makes it possible to not fall off ledges. I think that's what it does. And if that's the case, it could make 200cc a little more palpable to some people. And if you could do that online with like friends, like I wonder how that mode changes now. If people just go really fast now, and I think that would be interesting to see. Anyways, yeah, I played that hoping to, that was on my birthday, so that's a nice birthday treat, but I just also hope, like, as an extended gift, more tracks, or promise of tracks, you know. They did DLC on the Wii U, maybe they can do even more DLC on this Switch version, which kind of hope that paid DLC is a thing of the past, not ever have to pay for online and shit, that's some bullshit. Anyways, after that, I tried out Zelda, but I'll talk about that last. Let's talk about 1-2 Switch real quick. Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about 1-2 Switch real quick. They brought like 6 of us into this soundproof room to have like a white people party, I guess. Crackers and cheese and grapes party. You know, suburban charades party. Because you had to listen to the audio cues for some of these games. Well, for one of these games, really. The first game we played was Quick Duel, which is the Quick Draw, which is the dueling game. You know, the game works, I guess, but the scenarios to play this game and the scenarios need to be in to play this game, and I guess maybe the content we've seen is not too much, and I just wonder how interesting that would be in the long run. Quick draw it worked fine. They were able to, but the Joy-Con, it's more like, it feels like a tech demo really, kind of, because in Quick Draw they were able to basically showcase the gyro, I guess. You know, it doesn't do anything that outrageous. The gyro, they were able to show you like the angle of your shot and the speed of your press. Pretty good draw. I was versing the guy. I totally psyched him out the first game, and then the second game he outsped me. And the third game they had us like turn our backs to each other and flip around on draw. And on that one we had hit the trigger at the exact same time to like the third decimal point to millisecond basically, which is kind of crazy, unreal. It was fun, you know. I didn't hate it. The next one I kind of hated though was Milk, the infamous Milk, to test my skills as a high school kid alone in my room. Yeah, it was like you had to milk a cow. And I guess it was a showcase of, I don't know if it was the HD rumble, because they didn't say it was. They made sure to specify that the next one was. But yeah, it was definitely a subtle rumble. As you like bring down your hand to pull the other, I guess, you can feel like the rumble will start up big and then like drip down a bit. It's not like you're feeling a different sensation. It's just like you're feeling a different rumble. You know, it kind of just dips down. That game didn't really work that well to me, because you had to like press buttons at the same time as you bring it down. It kind of defeats the point, in my opinion. You know, I think the cow milking game in Raving Rabbids is better. Raving Rabbids, is that what I think it's called? Yeah, Raving Rabbids was better. Yeah, that was okay. It was just interesting. I think I have video of that one. I'll try to share it maybe. After that, we had the HD Rumble demo, which was called Ball Count. And you know, I'll say this: it works. You know, I could definitely. I don't want to say it. Yeah, I kind of felt something was rolling inside the Wii remote. If you guys ever played Raving Rabbids, Rabbids Go Home on the Wii, they had the little mode where you could shake around the controller with the rabbit inside it, and it didn't feel like there was a rabbit inside it, but you know, it was still funny to see. I think if you had like this tech there, that would feel much more interesting. But yeah, you could definitely like you could feel it. You could definitely differentiate different like objects in there, because they made you had to count like how many balls were in your basic box, and it worked. Like I was able to feel two things rolling out there, and then later on there were like 4 balls in there, and it's like you could definitely like feel 4 different balls. It was really cool, but I would want to see that tech and how they would implement it into real games. You know, it doesn't have to be big stuff. It could be something like that, and it would be just like an extra bit of immersion for your games. Yeah, that was 1-2 Switch. I didn't really come away saying, "Oh, I need this as a party game," and it's difficult to see who they're going to sell it to, because I don't know if the scenarios are going to hold up. Maybe, I guess, like if you have like a Nintendo audience, you know, Nintendo fans together, you make a plan to play this game. And so I guess it could work in that sense. And it's not like you're gonna hate yourself or hate your time, but it's not something I would go out of my way to play. Yeah, let's talk about. I played Super Bomberman R battle mode just to test out the Joy-Con on its side, see how that felt, comfort-wise. it works, you know. Didn't really get cramps or anything, you know. The thumbs are definitely close to each other, but, you know, I didn't really feel it. It wasn't uncomfortable to me or anything like that. I wonder if that changes with higher intensity games. I know, like, I'm trying to imagine, like, Smash Bros. On there, or Street Fighter, I think, was advertised to have Joy-Con only support, too. But they didn't have it up there, but they totally, it's like a mode they have. And I wonder if comfort changes with those games where you're going to be moving around the stick a lot more faster and pressing those buttons. And I think, I wonder if that holds up. It'll be interesting to see. Bomberman, fine. Visually, it's kind of like really lacking. It's not like the best looking game. I think even Disgaea looked better. It's not taking adventure or anything, but it's an exclusive, you know. It's fun to play in battle mode. I was playing against like 4 Nintendo reps. It was a good time. And I want to see how it plays with 8 people. That would be chaotic and fun, I suppose. They made a lot of stuff about their story mode too. So maybe that's good too. I don't know. Not something I'm looking intensely into, but you know, maybe it shapes out. Kind of looks like Mighty Number 9, really, to me. Especially the explosions. If you remember the first trailer, Mighty Number 9, the explosions are kind of like very similar. So it's probably a Unity game. Speaking to the Joy-Cons on the side, they have the wrist straps themselves are attached to these 2 button extenders for the SL and SR buttons, and it gives a little more room for your hand, and but that works fine, you know. Maybe the wrist straps don't work that fine though, because I don't think they click as readily as say you clicking into a portable or to the grip. They don't click as maybe they don't click as readily because they totally they start off easier, I would say, than you would expect. Maybe somebody was just holding it weirdly, I don't know. But when we were playing as a quick duel, as they were passing it off, they noticed that the wrist strap was totally coming off. Move! Oh my god! Anyways, played that. After that was the last game I played in the event, but I want to talk about Zelda next. I was waiting in line for this one. I didn't wait in line immediately because I'm like, hey, I'll still be around for this one, and I got worried and got lined almost immediately. Really, what can I say about Zelda that hasn't been said? You know, the trailer itself, the other day was amazing, and every video of gameplay has been unique. And this is something that you want to experience it on your own. They had us play it, like, basically the distance from my face to the TV screen was like distance from me to my car wheel right now, which is pretty close. I set up close for some reason. I just like the way I slouch, I guess. But yeah, you set up really close, and the game looks great, but it definitely doesn't look as good as it could that close to the screen. So you definitely want to play like on the couch, like at least a foot away, because I was really close. Midway to the demo, they had us. They switched from. They made me switch from the grip. I was playing on the grip to portable mode. And they had me slide it in and bring it out, and it was flawless and seamless and really, and just fast, you know, like nothing. There's like no prop, no like, do you need a switch from TV to docked prop like they do in so many Japanese games and stuff. But yeah, nothing like that. You take it out and you're just instantly playing. It's exactly like the reveal trailer. Maybe even faster. But yeah, that was cool, and it looks great on the Switch screen. I have to say this about, I said it about Fast Fishing Neil on Splatoon. Looks great on the screen. Mario Kart looks great on the screen. 60 frames a second. Mario Kart, I have to mention, also Splatoon and Fast Fishing Neil. Zelda, I didn't really notice any frame rate shots, but I'm not really good at recognizing that when it's running at 30 or whatever. I really don't know about Splatoon, about Zelda. But yeah, it looked great on the TV, on the Switch screen. Yeah, that screen is high quality. The demo itself was basically the same old E3 Zelda demo that you guys seen a million times. Basically the beginning of the game, and then you're so loose, whatever you want to do. I started in the cave. I went out, talked to the old dude for a second, and then I went to kill the goblin by the Temple of Time and get my first weapon, my first real weapon. And then I wandered into the Jimmy Fallon area where the barrels are, and I did the same thing. I pushed the rock off the cliff to blow up the barrel bombs, and I didn't see a hitch like I would have, say, in a Wii U version, but I don't know who's to say anymore. I'm so confused about the frame rate in this game now, coming out of reports of this game, and even what Alan said recently. But it looked great, it ran well from what I noticed. I went back down. I killed the rest of the stragglers. There was something to be said about the hit points in this game. They are so on point. I was swinging around the axe in like a charged fashion. I swung it down at the final. It's kind of like swinging the hammer in like a Monster Hunter, really. And as I brought the axe down for the final hit, I killed a goblin, but it came down like right next to his barrel bomb, maybe like a centimeter away from it, and it didn't blow up. And that's how on point the barrels were. The hit detection is in this game. After that, I had there was a cave nearby, the Skull Cave that you guys have seen probably. I didn't have arrows, so I tried to just throw my my thing at the guard, but it didn't work, and they totally came out, and I had to run away. And I didn't know what to do at that point. And this is what they probably mean when they use. I had a sense of discovery, really, because while I was playing it, I totally forgot about the demo, about having to hit the lamp and shit to bring it down. But I had noticed it. I'm like, oh shit, there's a lamp there, and I didn't really realize what to do with it. And as I was running away, I had run into there was Super Kalu just wandering around with bow and arrows, and I snuck up behind him and took him out Hitman style. Took the arrows, brought it back, and took out the guard, and then got immediately destroyed by the goblins that came out and from being alerted. Yeah, so I tried it again. This time recognizing that the lamp was there, I'm like, oh shit, I could totally see the barrel bombs, I could see the lamp. I snuck up close to it, brought it down, it blew it all up, and I thought I was scot-free, but as I was walking away, a goblin a blue one, kind of rushed up to me. His club was on fire, and he took me out in one hit, which sucked dick. And then I tried again, and this time much more successfully. But yeah, I had that moment of puzzle solving, of discovery, of oh shit, I just learned something here. I know what to do here. This is how I'm going to solve this problem. I solved it. Look at me, I feel so fulfilled right now. This sense of success. And I think you get a chest of fire arrows as a reward. while doing all that. I spent way too much time on just doing that other area. It was a lot of fun to do it, but I spent way too much time because I had gone to, Zelda had begun to bug me about, hey, go to this area, you son of a bitch. You're wasting our time. There's a lot of shit to be done in Hyrule, etc. So I had gone to the Resurrection Tower to activate it, and like immediately after activating it, the demo ran out. Jesus, this fruit bag, let me go. Douche. Anyhow, played fine, you know, like I said. If there were frame rate problems, I probably didn't notice it. I'm not really good at, again, differentiating 30, a stuttering 30. But, yeah, they had gyro to aim the arrows. That worked good. You know, control-wise, the setup is kind of weird. You could dodge while you're aiming with the ZL button when you're locked on, basically. But I had just played Splatoon, and playing with the Akimbos, the dodging works with the B button, but in this game you have to press the X button, and so I constantly kept on sheathing my weapon as a result, and that's basically what caused me to die the first like 2 times in the game. So it takes some getting used to that control. You can't really run and jump either because the running is on the B button, and dodging is on the top, and jumping is up top in the X button, and they're like really separate from each other. You can jump and attack, so that's the thing. There's a lot of, it's got a lot of moves in this game. There's going to be a lot of fun variety how to take down certain objectives, just like I just said. I probably could have gone in there with an axe and took them all out methodically with the weapon, but I just was not used to the controls yet, so I took them out with an arrow instead. Yeah, game is fun. Nothing else much needs to be said. Oh, right. To start the demo, they had us play on the Joy-Con grip with the 2 Joy-Cons inside the grip, and that felt really good. That felt fine. I can't really describe it or compare it. I mean, to like other controllers, but I told you to do a ramp. That's why I'm struggling here. Yeah, let's figure this out for a second. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Basically, the prongs, the added prongs on the grip. With those added prongs, you position your thumb so that it's more comfortably resting on the right Joy-Con stick. So that works. That works to alleviate that problem that I had with it, at least. That works to alleviate that problem I had with it. Yeah, they felt great. The Joy-Con. They told me that the Joy-Cons supposedly last undocked like 20 hours or so, which is a good battery life. And they're always passively charging into something, but it's the grip, the console itself. So I just wonder about the range. They didn't really give me the specifics, but I expect probably like Wii U gamepad range. Hopefully. I didn't really try the right Joy-Con, like them separately, like undocked with both hands, other than like in arms. But I'm positioning those in different ways, so I didn't really get to try the face buttons and stuff, like how to hold, like more nunchuck style. So I don't know if the right stick still gives you problems or if it's alleviated, because I expect that I'd have probably more freedom in hand placement without the portable console dock mode weighing it down. The Joy-Cons themselves really light. They don't feel cheap. I mean, I don't want to say they feel cheap. They feel like light, and it's interesting to see like how much tech is stuffed inside that. But again, price, is it like $80 worth of tech? I don't know. They didn't really convince me of that, because HD Rumble is cool and all, and NFC Amiibo stuff is, I guess, great, to have it all in there, gyro and all that stuff. But the iRise stuff, I didn't see that in action at all. I didn't see the HD Rumble in like action that would be that interesting. HD Rumble might have been in use in ARMS, I didn't ask, but it did feel like there was more subtlety to the Rumble in that game. Like you could kind of, when you punch, you could kind of get a sense that something was unraveling with the Rumble. In Mario Kart, you could feel like little bumps while you're driving around. There's some more subtlety, I guess. But that's about it for the HD Rumble. I want to see, I don't know what I want to see they make use of with it, but stuff like the rolling stuff made me think like, this is tech. I just wonder what they're going to do with it in the grander scale of things. So that was the event basically. That's all I played. That's all I saw.